What, you want to torch some stuff too?
I mean, not a bad idea.
Well, what's up guys? This is Daniel from Arms Family Homestead, and today we're going to do a little bit of a controlled burn, hopefully. The humidity's kind of high. It's kind of starting to mist on me just a little bit, but I think we can do some burning today. So as you can see, southern Oklahoma is starting to green up really nicely, but a lot of my property doesn't look like that. A lot of it looks like this, and it's actually starting to green up in the underbrush pretty good. I do a lot of controlled burns. I've done a ton of them over the past. Usually try to get it done before mid-February, or you run into this. But the weather conditions just weren't right. We've had a lot of high winds, and we had all those, a week and a half, 2 weeks of snow, and then it was just wet for too long. But I've got a lot of places where there's dead grass and a lot of leaf cover, and I want to do some control burns just to improve the property, improve it. I'm all about property management, wildlife management. And a lot of people are going to say, man, you're burning up all that good fertilizer, all that good compost for your soil. Well, burning that dead leaf matter and dead grass off the top reinvigorates everything. It'll green up just like this field in just a matter of days. We're just in that perfect time of year. I don't have any big fields to burn off this year. Sometimes I'll burn this field or the other big field where you see the kids hunting a lot. But we cut hay off of it. We cut 2 cuttings of hay off of both fields this year. So there's not any standing dead grass. But we've got a lot of timber. We may go up, if we can get it done before the rain gets here, and burn the backside of my pond dam. It's standing dead grass. I usually burn it off every year. And that does really good at controlling all of the little woody brush and briars and brambles and stickers and things that grow on the pond. We want to keep that pond dam nice and clean. If you get trees growing up on it, the roots are bad for that dam. So let me kind of go over how I do this real quick. I've got 3 favorite tools when I do control burns. I guess technically 4 if you count the side-by-side, the Kubota side-by-side here as a tool, which it is. So let's say 4 tools. The first, most important thing, this is a 25-gallon, just like a yard sprayer with a 12-volt pump. I just hook it to a car battery, or it's actually a trolling motor battery from my little pontoon boat. But this thing does a really good job. You can adjust how your sprayer goes and all of that. Really good job at controlling fire in leaves. Now obviously if you're in tall grass, not going to do you any good. The second is a leaf blower. You can fight a lot of fire, especially in the timber, with a leaf blower. Get that fire going, blow the leaves out of the way, and then you burn up all your fuel. And third, just a little butane. This is a propane torch to start everything. It works really good. It's pretty inexpensive and works great. So, well, let's go. I think I'm gonna leave the Kubota Sidekick parked right here in the green, so it's nice and safe right there. And we'll just walk through the timber here and start lighting and see if we can get it to burn. Like I said, the humidity is a little bit high right now, and it's supposed to rain. It should have already started raining. I don't know why it hasn't, but we're gonna try to do some burning before the rain gets here. Well, I think we missed our window for this season on trying to burn the timber. As you can see, it's a lot more green in here than what I realized. There is a lot of dead grass. If we'd have got in here before the green up, the leaf matter and all the dead grass would have just carried that fire. Right now we're sitting pretty high humidity, probably high 60s, low 70s humidity, and green popping up under that dead grass. The timber's not wanting to burn good at all. I'm a little disappointed. I really tried to get out here and do this stuff before that big snowstorm, you know, back early February. The conditions were never right and it wasn't safe. That's the main thing about doing a controlled burn like this, is you need fire breaks, and you need to check the wind, and you check your humidity and know where that fire's going to want to go, have things set up, have ways to control it. And if the conditions aren't right, you don't do it. And unfortunately, it looks like we missed our window of opportunity on a lot of this. So, oh well, we'll keep trying. We got the pond dam, there's some dead grass, and there's some places that have a lot more leaf cover. We'll go try to burn those. There's a few areas that I started over there that are burning pretty good. Some of those slash piles where I had debris piled up from the spring, but keep trying. So even the pond dam's starting to green up a little bit. You can see everything's nice and green, but I think there's enough dead grass over there that'll still, this should torch in no time at all. It should go up pretty quick. So I'm gonna set this camera up, do a little time lapse, and go set her off. What, you want to torch some stuff too?
I mean, not a bad idea.
Well, I've got some more tall dead grass around the pond that we could burn. It won't carry through the timber very well right now. The humidity's too high.
Yeah.
But we can at least clean up around the pond. What do you think?
Yeah.
Let's go do it. All right, Houston. What we're gonna do, hang on, don't turn your torch on yet. We're gonna start downhill because the fire wants to burn its way up the hill, okay? So we start down low. Here, I gotta light it for you. Turn it on. Okay. Now just light your grass. Don't stick it down in the grass though. That's good. Now move on. Keep moving. Go to your left. Go over that way. Down the hill, buddy. Remember, we don't go up the hill because the fire's going to go up the hill, okay? If it's not thick grass, it's probably not going to burn right now. Just the leaves aren't burning real well, so just find the clumps of grass along the pond here. They went over the hill. I can barely see them. You gotta holler at them. See him? See him? See him? See him? Great turkey calling. You gonna kill a turkey this spring?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but we just drove up on a whole herd of wild turkeys. There's about, I don't know, a dozen or so, several jakes, but that's the reason we do all this. That's why we spend so much time out here in the woods trying to manage everything for the wildlife and make it better for them and increase our deer herd, our deer population, our genetics, the turkeys. We try to get more turkeys in here, and burning all that off, you know, in a lot of places gives those turkeys fresh habitat to scratch around in, and they can get to find bugs and grubs and worms and all kinds of stuff. So it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Well, Houston, not the most successful burn ever, but we got most of the pond dam burn off. Burned a lot of grass around the pond.
Yeah.
It's just too high humidity and too much green stuff right now.
And too much of Bella.
So not the most successful burn today, but that's just part of it. That's the way it is. I kind of knew that going into it, that we had, you know, high 60s. I think now this is getting closer to dark. We're about 75 to 78% relative humidity, and the wind's not, it's just barely blowing at all, so we don't have anything to carry it, and then all the green undercover, it's just part of it. But anyways, we did get some burning done today, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I'm gonna get to do near as much this year as what I hoped. I try to, you guys have seen over the years, I section my property off, so we use those big skid steers and brush cutters and dozers and all that stuff to break my land up into smaller sections so I can do this stuff with less people. I'm not trying to go out and burn 50 acres all at once. We live on 110 acres, and there's no way I would burn all of it in a single year. I don't even burn probably 25% of it in any given year, but I do rotational burning and kind of break up smaller places and burn, you know, 3, 4, 5 acres at a time, and then move to the other side of the property and do a little bit over there. But this year it looks like we're not going to get to do much of that at all because we are greening up quickly, and that just means spring is right around the corner, which leads us into, you know, the sand bass run. Some people call them, technically they're white bass, come up in the creek. Houston and I and all the family, I mean, we load up everybody we can find and we go catch a ton of those. That's one of my favorite times of the year, and that leads into morel mushrooms and just all kinds of stuff. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm kind of a busybody. I'm not one of those people that can just sit at the house and do nothing. I would literally wither up and die if I lived in town, I think, and didn't have anything to do. I would really struggle. I don't know how people get in, I don't know how people live in even suburbs and housing additions where it's just an ocean of houses for miles, you know, and I feel like there would be nothing for me to do. And I truly enjoy this lifestyle. And I know everyone sees things differently. And even as far as just homestead channels on YouTube and Facebook and all that, and everybody has their own way of doing things. I mean, we all do things differently, but that's just part of it. And I know for me, like I said, I'm a busybody. I can't sit still. I can't sit at home and do nothing. I love to be outside just seeing results from my work. And just like today, you know, today was kind of a rough day at my grandfather's funeral today. He was 99 years old, 3 months short of 100 years old. And we got home, and I knew the conditions weren't good for this, but I also knew the conditions weren't good to go paint our new gates on our entryway. I knew the conditions weren't great to do a lot of other things, but I just couldn't go home and sit in the house and do nothing. And I love this lifestyle, and I enjoy sharing it with you guys, and it's so awesome. But you know, that kind of leads me into something that's kind of been on my mind a lot. I get from now and then, from time to time, we start getting a few complaints from people about sponsored videos. I try not to do too many, and I know the last month or so we've been doing quite a few sponsored videos. And you guys know our Facebook page got hacked, and that was a huge loss in income. We'll just say that. We still haven't got that all completely straightened out. We do have the Facebook page back. I don't have my personal profile, but my wife is the admin of the Arms Family Homestead Facebook page. It is in our name, and we're the ones uploading and posting all the videos there. However, Shakim Mahala something, I don't know, uploaded stuff to our page that violated Facebook's terms of service and they demonetized our page. So for the last couple weeks, our Facebook videos are making $0 in income, which we're still monetized on YouTube. They didn't hack that. And you know, we have, I tried really hard to spread our income, our revenue sources, spread them out as much as I could before I went full time into this in case something like this happened. But yes, we did lose a huge chunk of our income due to getting hacked on Facebook. So I've been kind of picking some of that loss up with some sponsored videos. And I promise you guys, I'm not going to get to a place where we're trying to do sponsored videos on every video, or at least even once. Well, really don't even like doing them once a week, but I do some with companies that I believe in and companies that I trust and ones that have been with us for a long time, like Harry's and Crowd Cow and Simply Safe. You know, those are companies that support us and we support them in return, and it just kind of helps us make up from some of that lost revenue because we did get taken for quite a bit of money. It's just part of it. But anyways, I just wanted to sit down and chat with you guys for a little while. Since the fire situation isn't going so well, I still have to sit out here and kind of babysit just to make sure the wind doesn't pick up and carry it somewhere it's not supposed to. But there's a lot that I put a lot of thought into this stuff, guys. I know everybody runs their YouTube channel differently, and there are creators out there that refuse to do sponsored content, and there are creators that do it on every video. And I promise you guys, I put a lot of thought into that stuff, and I don't want to just turn my channel and turn our videos into, you know, TV ads all the time. We do run ads on the channel and we do some sponsored stuff, but I try to keep a good balance, and I try to keep good content coming to you guys that I know people enjoy and stuff that people want to see, things that I feel like people need to learn or need to hear, or just whatever God lays on my heart to share with you guys at the time. It just boils down to that. And anyways, so there's that. That's why I know a lot of people wonder why we do so many sponsored videos in spurts, and I'm kind of getting to a point where I think we can pull back on a lot of that really soon, and you guys won't have to listen to us jabber about somebody else's products. But speaking of products, we're really, we ran that big sale on our hoodies to get rid of a lot of the inventory while it was still wintertime in a lot of part of the country. Here, a lot of people, you know, we're getting into the 70s during the daytime, so we wanted to get rid of a bunch of those hoodies. We ran that sale, and a lot of people were bummed out because we ran out of sizes, and we just didn't want to order more stuff going into spring that was winter apparel. But we've got some things in the works. We're working on some different stuff for a whole new line of Arms Family Homestead apparel stuff. So I can't show you guys just yet because we're still working out the details, but there's some really cool stuff that I think will be taken well by our audience. And you guys are incredible. You guys are awesome. I've been blown away by how much merch we've been able to sell. I mean, this one isn't mine. This is another fellow local YouTube channel, Rustic Woodworks and Family. But our hats and hoodies and shirts, I mean, that made you guys have made a huge impact on our life by just buying that stuff and supporting us. And it's really cool. Like, I got a text from a friend earlier, Adam Carter. I've talked about him. He actually did one of our old intros. He does a lot of the videography stuff for Final Descent Outdoors. But he texted me earlier and he said, I just pulled up and my neighbors were wearing this. So it was a kid wearing one of our hats. He said, I felt like a celebrity friend. But it's just awesome. It's really cool, and I can't believe how far and wide our audience is spread. But anyways, guys, that's all I've got for today. I think Houston's yelling at me. He rode off on his four-wheeler. I'm gonna go see what he needs and check back on what little bit of fire I have left burning out here. Not a lot, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Sorry we didn't get a whole lot of burning done today, but that's all right. You guys have a great day, and as always, we'll see you on the next video.